What's up, guys? So I know this video is late. Like I've been saying, I've been taking a break, but I have been catching up on different shows and everything. But overall, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Maul show. Now, again, so far I'm enjoying it. The animation, amazing. Story so far, really good. The first episode was pretty much Maul using what was left of the Mandalorians that are loyal to him, and then also, of course, some Zadbrass. Now, again, what's cool is how Maul is being more strategic now. He's not going in guns blazing. He's wanting to go after the low-level ones of what was his organization, and he draws out the Pikes to where he can take them out by using small contacts that he knew of that betrayed him. While at the same time, you got this other Jedi by the name of Devin, who I guess they're going to try to make her like Darth Talon at some point. I don't know. Where her Jedi Master and her, they're on the streets. Obviously, they're in, hiding, and she's wanting to get food by any means. She gets arrested, even though he did not agree with that, and he doesn't even help her. He thinks that, people are just going to be good Samaritans and give him credits or whatever, just by the goodwill, which again is a 50-50 shot. But then we also see where Maul does find her and take her along with this other prisoner to the point of he was having a turf war with another warlord around the area, and Maul pretty much uses him to draw out the Pikes. That way the Pikes can get the word out that they've been attacked, and then he's able to take down the Pike leader that betrayed him, so that way he can get revenge and retake over the Pikes to a certain degree. Now, we also see where he's pretty much doing the same thing to Devin that we saw with Ezra to a certain degree later on, to where he's going to pretty much have her mind open to the point of, again, you got the Empire that's rising, you got the Jedi that are no longer around and the values are gone, all this and that, and he's wanting her to be able to figure stuff out on her own. And he even tests her to where, I'm not going to let you out. If you want out, then get out, and she does to a certain degree, and that's how that episode ends. But overall, I think the episode is interesting. I know a lot of people have been complaining about that one detective, I think Lawson, or whatever his name is. I personally don't care about this character. It's like, I kind of understand, because you're trying to make it dark, you're trying to make it gritty, you're trying to make it, kind of like a crime cop thing. But you need to be careful with that, because people want to see Maul. I don't care about this character. I want to see Maul. I want to see how he grows his organization again, and I want to see how he does to get revenge. And that's what a lot of people have been complaining on, which I have been saying, because sooner or later, Lost is going to contact the Empire, because that's what they're supposed to do, because of the amount of destruction that's already occurred. Just like how Maul, when he went up against one of the Jedi, he's able to use his, the Force to be able to take down a bridge and be able to escape, because he knows that the Jedi are going to save innocents rather than face him. So that's why he does that. But we know the Inquisitors are going to show up at some point. We know if he defeats them, he may even go up against Vader, with what a lot of people have been saying is like, oh, we want a Darth Maul versus Vader fight, because we all know who's going to win that. And I personally do want to see that, but at the same time, we already know probably that Vader's probably going to win anyway, and we already know how they both die later on in the franchise. I mean, again, spoilers, but I think I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show. I'm glad Sam Witwer came back as Maul. I'm glad that they have used a lot of good methods to be able to shoot this series, and I think that this will be better than some of the Tales of the Jedi, Tales of, the Sith or whatever. Because again, this is the gritty underworld. This is pretty much, they're mixing what the sequel should have been, and they're also taking other ideas that they've had throughout, the comics, and also other things that they're pretty much combining. And it's about time, because this is something that I know a lot of people, including myself, that love Darth Maul, have been wanting to see for several years, and now we're finally able to see it. And I'm hoping hoping that they don't drop the ball on this. I truly am, because again, we all know how Maul turns out later on in the franchise, but I'm hoping that he actually, that it becomes a good story, that we're actually able to see Maul go from point A to B to C, etc., throughout the franchise. Because, he was one way in the Clone Wars. We saw him one way in Rebels. We saw him in, the Phantom Menace and all that stuff. So I think Maul is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. And I think that, or this series, and I want to see more of him grow his organization, him get his revenge, and him train Devin at some point, and then maybe Devin will betray him, more than likely. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to go. Again, if they cut back a little bit on that one detective character, I think it'll definitely help improve the show, but that's my only gripe with it so far. Other than that, I'm invested, and I want to see more of Maul. So what did you guys think of the first 2 episodes? I know the third one's going to be coming out before we know it, but I figured I'd go ahead and get my review out. I got some other videos of mine I'm going to be working on. I'm probably going to drop them at some point. That way we can, check them out. But overall, I think I am going to be back more to be able to post videos, and because I've been catching up on a lot of stuff lately when I can. And all I can say is be patient, man. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.